Hello student. In the last class I had given you how to do the substitution of different type of functions and we derive 4 formulas also. Today we will start exercise 7.2. Okay, let us start our exercise 7.2. Our questions are integrate the following functions. Your exercise 7.2. The question is integrate the following functions. Our first question is, question number 1 is twice x divided by 1 plus x squared into dx. You see, in the book we have twice x divided by 1 plus x squared. But as the question is given, integrate the following, so we have to give the integration symbol and also we have to write down this dx. Okay, so as I told you earlier in the last class, what is the substitution we have to use here? Hope you remember, you have to use the substitution of that expression so that the derivative of that expression present in the integrand. We have here 1 plus x squared is one expression and then we have twice x. And you know, actually you see, when you do integration, derivative must be clear to you and all the formulas you try to remember. Then only you will understand what is the substitution we have to make use. So in this case, as we know, derivative of 1 plus x squared give you twice x. So I am going to put 1 plus x squared is equal to t. Then I take ddx on both sides. ddx of 1 plus x squared is equal to ddx of t. You can skip some step if you want. Then ddx of 1 is 0, ddx of x squared is twice x, and this is dt dx. Or this can be written as twice x into dx is equal to t. Or if you want, you can skip this 2 step and directly also you may write down this one. Now you have to substitute this substitution in the integrand so that the all given variable x is converted to the new variable t. So I am going to use it, since here I am just considering I for stands for integral. Then we have here in the numerator dx and twice x into dx and denominator 1 plus x squared. So I just write down it as twice x dx, I can put dt, and in the place of 1 plus x squared, what is the substitution you have to use? T. Then we got dt by t form, or dt by t can be considered as 1 by t into dt, and you know the derived integration of this is equal to what? Log of modulus of t plus c. Then don't forget to give the plus constant of integration, and when the integration formula is done, integration symbol and this dt will be removed. Okay, and then you substitute what is your t. That means always sends the answer in terms of the original given variable. So our answer we have got log of 1 plus x squared plus c. Okay, so it's complete the first solution. I'll go to the next question number 2. So the question number 2 is log of x whole square divided by x. Integration log of x whole square divided by x, and I am just giving here also as earlier dx and integration symbol. Now you see whose derivative present? ddx of x is 1 and ddx of log x is 1 by x, and ddx of log of x whole square may be considered, but ddx of log of x whole square derivative will be 2 log of x into 1 by x. So log of x is not there, right? Log of x whole square is there. So I just use the substitution, that is you put log of x equal to t. Here also you may write it, Then take derivative on both sides. ddx of log x is equal to ddx of t. Okay. Then what is the derivative of log x? Okay, you have to remember that. Hope you remember it. That is 1 by x. And this dx I bring to the right side and this will become dt. Now let us arrange the integrand so that I can use it directly. So I have written it like this, log of x whole square, and I just bring 1 by x with dx. Then you see, in the place of 1 by x dx I can use dt. Is not it? And log of x means what? T, so it becomes t square. Now you see, it is converted to the standard form x to the power n. Is not it? The formula will be x to the power n plus 1, that is 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus c, which is t cube by 3 plus c. Ultimately change your t is log of modulus of x whole cube plus c. Don't write down it as log cube x. Okay, so here this is the solution of question number 2. Now I go to question number 3. All the questions are same. Integrate the following. Your question number 3 is integration 1 divided by x plus x log x into dx. So if you notice the question properly, you see your denominator is x plus x log x, but the numerator is 1. So obviously we don't have the derivative of 1 x plus x log x, because derivative of x will be 1 and x log x product rule you have to apply, and the simplification when we do, it's a last term we will get which is not present in the integrand. So first, before using substitution, I am going to take here or simplify it. So I can take common x here, then what is left in the 1 plus log of x will be there. Now if you notice properly, derivative of log x is 1 by x, which is present in the integrand, 1 by x. But constant term will not affect anything else here, because derivative of 1 will be 0. So instead of taking log x as t, if I write down 1 plus log x as t, it will be more beneficial. So let us substitute here 1 plus log x equal to t. Then I take derivative, that is d dx of 1 plus log x is equal to dt dx. Taking derivative dx of 1 is 0, so I am not going to write down it. And this is 1 by x. I just bring this dx to the right side and it becomes dt. So you see your integrand is now since 2, this is your I can be written as, let us arrange it first. Okay, I am using this one as t, so I just separate it as one term, and here I am writing in this form, so that directly we can see where I have to use this t and where I have to use dt. Then if I notice it properly, this is 1 by 1 is constant. In the place of this I can put t, and here I can use dt. So you see it is converted to now an integrable function. Integrand is converted to a standard integral. What is that standard integral here? Yes, dt by t is equal to log of modulus of t plus c. And on putting the value of t, that is 1 plus log of log x plus c. And this is the solution of question number 3. Now let us go to question number 4. Your question number 4 is integration sin x and sine of cos x into dx. See properly. Here we have the product of two functions. One function is sin x, another function is sine of cos x. Whose derivative present in the integrand? Sin x derivative is, this function derivative is cos x, not there. We have sine of cos x, this is present as an angle. Separately cos x is not there. But cos derivative is sin x is present. Sine of cos derivative is also not there. So what I am going to substitute? As the derivative of cos x is present, so I am going to use cos x equal to t. Then taking derivative on both sides, what is the value? d dx of cos x equal to d dx of t. Cos x derivative is minus sin x into dx equal to dt. So I don't have to have minus sign on the integrand, so I just bring this minus sign to the right and I can write down it as dt. So on putting this here, in the place of sin x and dx together, if I write down, or let me arrange it properly first. Sine of cos x and sin x dx, I am just taking it together so that I can use this value. And here what we have? Sine cos x equal to t, and this is equal to minus dt. Minus sign I just write it outside into dt. You see here, this is convert to sin t form. What is the integration of sin t? Yes, it is minus cos t. So minus cos t plus c. Minus minus give you plus. So cos of t. What is t? Cos of x plus c. So this is the solution of question number 4. Okay, hope you understand the procedure, how to use. You see, don't here we have one more function sin of cos x, but that derivative is not present in the integral. If I think as cos x as sin x formula, if you use that, give you cos of cos x, and cos x derivative is again minus sin x, so it will be complicated if I substitute that way. So you see, properly if you can select the substitution, you will get the answer easily. Otherwise sometimes the questions are very lengthy, so for that purpose sometimes you have to practice the solutions. Now I go to question number 5. Integration of sin of ax plus b into cos of ax plus b whole into dx. See this question. Whose integrand present here? Sin derivative is cos, present in the integrand, and cos derivative is sin, both of them present. So if you want, you can use here sin of ax as t or cos of ax plus b as t. Sin of ax plus b as t or cos of ax plus b as t. Just to avoid the negative sign, derivative of cos x is negative, derivative of sin x is positive. So I have used here the substitution of sin of ax plus b. Let us put sin of ax plus b is equal to t. On taking the derivative, what we have? d dx of sin of ax plus b is equal to d dx of t. Think this as x and take the derivative of sin. Derivative of sin x's formula is cos x. But as this is originally not x, so you have to use functions of function, that is same rule. So ax plus b, and this is equal to dt dx. And on taking the derivative of this expression again, we will have cos of ax plus b. This is equal to a, dx of x is 1 and b is 0. So dx equal to dt. Now here you see we have cos of ax into dx is there, but a is not there. So I just bring this, just a minute, I just change the pen. Here it is equal to what? Cos of ax plus b into dx equal to 1 by a into dt. So put it here. This will become sin of ax plus b means t. And in this place, I can use 1 by a dt. Then you see 1 by a is a constant, so it will come out. Integration of dt with dt. Integration of t dt is left. So t power is 1, so power constant can be used. So it will become 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1, which is 1 by twice a. T square means what? Sin of ax plus b. But as there is a square, so I can write down sin square plus c. So this is the solution. Okay? I hope you understand a little bit. Few more questions when we will do. Hope it will be clear to you. Now I go to question number 6. Integration of root over ax plus b into dx. Here you see what is the substitution I am going to use. Here only one function is there. Under root ax plus b. If I put this as t, under root of root x is 1 by 2 root x. So 1 by 2 will come. That means not help you. But if I think this portion as x, derivative of a linear expression is a constant. So constant will not matter because constant can take out of the integral. So let us substitute now. Ax plus b is equal to t. So let us substitute. Put ax plus b is equal to t. Derivative taking, hope you understand the method of derivative. That's why I am doing it directly. A dx of x is 1 plus 0. It is dt dx. That is a dx equal to dt. So dx is equal to 1 by a dt. In this substitution, so this is equal to root over t into dt means 1 by a dt, and 1 by a is there. This can be written as to the power half into dt. So here you see you can use x to the power n formula, and x to the power n formula is what? X to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Now let us do the simplification. 1 by a, what is the value of half plus 1? It is t to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 plus c. Now 3 by 2 I can write down as a reciprocal, become 2 by 3. So numerator is 2, denominator is 3a, and this is 3 to the power t to the power 3 by 2. Okay? And then let us substitute what is t, because Oh sorry, I forgot to write down this plus c. Then after that I have to use 2 by 3a, put the value of t. That is what? Ax plus b whole to the power 3 by 2 plus c. And this is the solution. Here you see one thing I want to tell you. That is, instead of substituting x plus b is equal to t, I can substitute here t square also. And why you can use t square, you see, as in this case we have square root, and under root if I have t square, then 1t will come out. That way also we can do the solution. Okay, so if you want you can try that method yourself. Now I just go to question number 7. Your question number 7 is x into under root of x plus 2 into dx. Here you see, here we have two expressions, two functions of x. One is x and other is under root x plus 2. And you see, you know the derivative of x is 1 and derivative of x plus 2 is also 1. So here I try to just convert this root over expression into a single expression so that I can simplify as a polynomial. So what I have done, we have put x plus 2 is equal to 2. As I told you in the last problem that instead of x plus 2 equal to t, you may use t square also. It's up to you. Then I am taking dx of x is 1 and dx of it is 0, it is dt by dx. So what we have got? Dx equal to dt. Put it here. There is no value to, here you see, in the place of dx I can use dt. In the place of this I can write down root t. But what about x? X value we have not seen here. But from here I can find out x. X is what? T minus 2. So in the place of x you can write down t minus 2. Now here you see, we cannot multiply x with under root of x plus 2, but we can multiply under root of t with this expression. So multiplying give you t root t minus 2 root t whole into dt. Don't forget to put this bracket. Let us simplify. This is power is 1 and to the power half. So 1 plus half power, that is equal to what? 3 by 2. So let us use here t power is 3 by 2 minus 2 t to the power half whole bracket into dt. Now let us do the integration part. Integration of sum. Difference can be written as difference of integration, or if two constant come out, t to the power half into dt, or if you want you can directly also, you may do the solution. That is equal to what? T to the power will be increased by 1. 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1 minus 2 t to the power half plus 1 by half plus 1. As integration is completed, so we have to put plus c. Okay. Now let us do the simplification part. I just rub it. Then on doing simplification, this is 5 by 2. So in the numerator it will become 2 by 5. I have not shown you the taking LCM part. Okay. Hope you can do it yourself. Minus 2. This will become 3 by 2 become 2 by 3 t to the power 3 by 2 plus c. This is 2 by 5 t to the power 5 by 2 4 by 3 t to the power 3 by 2 plus c. After this, you see what is your substitution. You have substituted t is equal to x plus 2. So ultimately change it. 2 by 5 x plus 2 whole to the power 5 by 2 4 by 3 x plus 2 whole to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So this is the solution of the question. Now I go to the next question, number 8. Okay, let me write down the question first. Question number 8 is integration x into under root 1 plus 2x square into dx. Hope you understand what is the substitution you are going to use here. Yes, under root is not there, but we have the derivative of 1 plus 2x square. Quadratic derivative will give you linear, and linear x is present here. So I am using here 1 plus 2x square equal to t. Let us put it. Then taking derivative dx, 2 is constant, dx of x square is twice x into dx equal to dt. I had done this directly. Okay, hope you understand it. and then I just write down x dx on the right, then 2 to the 4, I bring it to the left side, right side, and 1 by 4 dt will be there. Then you see, in the place of x dx, I just bring it together, 1 plus 2x square into x dx, integration sign. In this place, I put root over t, and here I can use 1 by 4 dt. 1 by 4 will be constant come out, and this is t to the power half into dt, because there is no formula for root t, but root t can be written as 1 by t to the power half. So again, as earlier, use the formula, t to the power 1 power will be increased, so I have done it directly, plus c. This is equal to 1 by 4, and on taking reciprocal 2 by 3, this is t to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Simplifying, 2 will be cancelled out, 1 by 6, t value is what? 1 plus 2x square, 1 plus 2x square whole to the power 3 by 2 plus c. So this is the solution. Okay? Let us do one more question, number 9. Integration of 4x plus 2 whole into under root x square plus x plus 1 into dx. So here also you see the root over under root we have quadratic expression, and outside root we have linear expression. So obviously we are going to put the quadratic expression. Put x square plus x plus 1 equal to t. Taking derivative we have twice x plus 1 dx is equal to dt. But here is a twice x plus 1 is not there. But if I take common 2 here, the twice x plus 1 term will come, and in this case I can put this and dx. Next, in this step, what I am going to do, you just write down this expression, integration 2 outside, and twice x dx can be written as what? dt. So under root of t is there and dt will be there. Okay, let me rub it. And then after this, 2 t to the power half derivative is half plus 1, that is 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus 1. 2 into 2 by 3, t power value is x square plus x plus 1 whole to the power 3 by 2 plus c. The solution is 4 by 3 x square plus x plus 1 whole to the power 3 by 2 plus c. Okay. Then let me do the solution of question number 10 also. Your question number 10 is integration 1 divided by x under root of x into dx. Here you see obviously there is an 1 expression in the denominator, but this derivative is not present. But in the denominator I can take common root over x. Then root over x minus 1 will be there, 1 and dx. Now see, the dx of root x is 1 by 2 root x. You know it. So on substitution of this expression, root over x minus 1 dx, root over x minus 1 equal to t. If I do ddx of root x is 1 by 2 root x into dx equal to dt. 2 I have to bring to the right side because 2 is not present in the integrand, so it becomes 2 dt. Let us arrange it. It is equal to 1 by root over x minus 1, and I just put it in this form. Then this is equal to 1 by t, and here we have 2 dt. 2 is a constant, so it will come out of the derivative. Integration of dt by dt. So it is equal to what? Mod of log t plus c. Ultimately, change this t by your given expression in terms of x. Okay, so this is the solution. So today I stop here. Remaining questions I will give in the next video. Okay, thank you.